What is up, guys? Iconic Gaming back again with another video, and today is actually a different video. We are going to rank my top 10 favorite male wrestlers of 2020. So without further ado, let's. But before we start that, I just want to give my honorable mentions, which is Edge. Edge isn't in the top 10 because I think Edge only had three yeah, Edge only had three matches, and I think that's not worthy for top 10 spot. The Mysterios and Seth Rollins, they both had a boring feud. The conclusion was great, but I think it should have ended in SummerSlam. And Finn Balor, I don't really watch NXT that much, but I love Finn Balor, so it's just in the honorable mention. And of course, last one is the Fiend. The only reason why the Fiend isn't in the top 10 is because the Goldberg thing. And yeah, that's basically the honorable mentions. So we will move on to the actual top. Wait! I forgot. I forgot. R-Truth is also an honorable mention. He is entertaining. He is really entertaining. He is the reason why the 24/7 championship is still alive, is still funny, and Bad Bunny winning it was the right call. And but yeah, R-Truth is really good. It's really good. He's really good. He's really good at entertaining people. So yeah. He's in the honorable mentions. Okay, so number 10 is AJ Styles. I think that AJ Styles is a phenomenal wrestler. I think that pairing him up with Omos was the right call. And yeah, although that his wrestling is a little bit slower, I think he still had a phenomenal year. Pairing up with Omos again was perfect, and he was doing great. And that's all about AJ Styles. So at number 9, we have the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business is one of the only things going for Raw right now. Okay, I'll admit I don't like Raw. Or like Raw is bad. Like it's just boring. Raw is boring. And the only thing that's going for it is the whole Alexa Randy thing and the Hurt Business. And I really think that the Hurt Business revived 3 careers, or MVP revived 3 careers, because before the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley was doing not so good. Cedric Alexander was doing nothing, and then Shelton Benjamin was also doing nothing. So I feel like the Hurt Business revived 3 careers, and the faction is really good. WWE books it properly, and yeah, and don't break it up, please. They are one of the best things on Raw, and yeah, that's all I've got to say because they're amazing. So at number 8, we have the Street Profits. The Street Profits has had an amazing year. They held the title for most of the year, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds to them, because as of now, they are my favorite tag teams. And if they get screwed, I don't know anymore. And their feud with the Viking Raiders was actually, for me, there were a lot of people that didn't like it because it was just a series of competition that isn't really wrestling. But they changed the formula up a bit, and I think they did a pretty good job of it. And yeah, they did a great job of it, and it makes me smile. It's really good. They are a really good tag team. They put effort in their matches. You can show that they worked hard for their matches, and it just shows on their in ring skills. Montez Ford has so much charisma, and he is just magnificent. And also, Angela Dawkins is also very good. He is one of the best of all time. And yeah, that's just a thumbs up for me. Yeah, that thumbs up. And yeah, we'll move on. Ah yes, Big E. Big E. This was Big E's. This was one of the best year for Big E. Not only did he win um the tag titles for like most of the year. Not most of the year. I'm sorry, for the start of the year. But at the end of the year, he won the IC title, which for me is enough to make him in the top 10. And his feud with Sheamus was actually really good. I think their match was good, and yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of change. Like Kofi did it, now Biggie is doing it, and hopefully Xavier's also doing it when Biggie is done with his singles competition. But yeah, Biggie just had one of his best year in his career, and yeah, Biggie is really good. He's good at wrestling. He's good at entertainment. Otis. Otis had a magnificent year, 2020. It started off with Mandy Rose, and Dolph Ziggler, which he won at WrestleMania, I think, and then he won the Money in the Bank briefcase, which really did not lead to anything. AJ Styles won it, but let's just ignore that. Let's say that Otis won it, but yeah, he had an amazing year. He was very entertaining. He is very entertaining until now. It did suck that the Miz took the briefcase, defeated him for the briefcase, and yeah, it really sucked. But he is entertaining. He is really good. I love Otis. He is one of the best wrestlers right now. And then it did suck that Tucker turned on him, but you gotta put the Money in the Bank away from him because WWE didn't really know what to do with Otis, and I think that was the right call to turn Tucker heel. And yeah, Otis is a great wrestler. He deserves to be in the top 6. And at number 5 is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, he understands wrestling. He understands just entertainment. And yeah, that's it for Sami Zayn. And probably the person who had the best year out of anyone, Drew McIntyre. Oh yeah, Drew McIntyre was WWE champion 2 times in 2020. He was WWE champion 2 times, 2 times, and yeah, Drew McIntyre is a great wrestler. His feud with Randy Orton was good. It was great. I mean, and yeah, his matches were amazing time and time again. His match with Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, many more, many more. Bobby Lashley also, and although that he did get COVID-19, but it was in 2021. He's still okay. Um, he's doing great, and I hope that WWE keeps pushing him because he is one of the best things going right now. Next is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is one of my favorite wrestlers in 2020 because although the start of 2020 was Samoa Joe and him, battling against Seth Rollins and AOP and Buddy Murphy. Um, his feud with Roman Reigns was actually really good, although it didn't start until at the end, almost at the end of the year. But between that, he didn't really do that much. But I still love Kevin Owens. I think 2020 was a good year for him. Wasn't his best, but it was definitely a good year. And yeah, KO, fight, Owens fight. You're great. Next is the tribal chief Roman Reigns. If you mess with Roman Reigns, you mess with this family. And if you mess with family, you disrespect Roman Reigns. Roman Roman Reigns turning heel was great. It was great. Although he didn't do much in the start of 2020. He had a feud with Baron Corbin was boring. He We all know he will win on that feud, but when he turned heel, it was just everything. Like everyone wanted Roman to turn heel, and everyone also wanted John Cena to turn heel um because they were both babyface, and we were wondering what if they were heel, and then they pulled the trigger on Roman, and it was great. Roman as a heel just works. It just works. It works magnificently, magnificent, mag, magni- yeah. And yeah, the tribal chief has had his best year in years. He has had his best years as a heel, and he does his character so perfectly and so seamlessly. It looks like he does it in real life. And finally, my favorite wrestler of 2020 and the fun fact of all time, Randy Orton. Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton has had an amazing year. He is now 14-time champion. Um he had an incredible feud with Edge that had the greatest wrestling match ever at Backlash. And yeah, Randy Orton has had his best year in years. And I think there's no one who can overpass Randy Orton as my favorite wrestler. Maybe Roman Reigns, but again, his feuds were on top notch. He bring back the punt kick, which was really the best thing that he could do. It was great. It was great. It was great. He had a great run. I love his work. He's just super talented.